Well, hello everyone. It's Michelle from Michelle's Ink It Stamp It, and I made a video yesterday, and when I was uploading it, something was happening, and then all of a sudden it was gone. So I'm redoing it today. So this was my prototype. I got this out of my journal when I was looking for things to do. So you've seen this journal before. So this is one of the things that I took out of it that I thought, oh, let's mass make some of those because those will be cute for my trip because I could tuck stuff in them. I think Roxy's Creations, Rachel over at Roxy Creations has made these. Shabby Dabby Doodah, I think, is where I saw it the first time. And so a lot of people have made these, and I think Donna over at Twisted Paper Studio, she put one on Instagram, and I thought, oh yeah, I've got that. So I got it out. It's fun to watch those because you get inspiration from people. And yeah, so these were the ones that I made in the video yesterday. So I made a plainer one. I made this one. I made this one. Let's see, I'll take this off of here for this one. This is a little bit bigger one with music paper. These were map book pages, and I think this is the part of the index of the map book page. So this was music paper, and this was a German Bible book page. So we're going to make them again because that's what I like to do, obviously. Okay, so let's put all this off to the side. And I have my music paper one that I used as my template. So I put this inside. And so that I know how I fold it. So let's just do one. So let's see, I have my little music book that I got at an estate sale. So this was the one I used. And since I'm tearing them in half, it doesn't matter if I get the correct, if it has the staple marks in it or whatever in the center. I just pulled it out. Oops, that has the staple still in it. That happened to me on one of them yesterday. So I guess I'm just repeating it all. Okay. Got to be careful when you're taking out the stuff because they're rusty bits and they're not really clean in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so you can see this is the same music paper here. I'll end up doing two of them probably. Okay, so I have this, and it started like this. And depending on what you like, I'll like the number 13 showing. So basically all you do is, and it doesn't matter how you fold it this way, because it's just going to make your pocket. So you can make it so that the things that you want to show will show. Let me pull this out of there. Okay, get my bone folder. And that is just a little bit crooked. So let's pull that over. And we'll re-fold that. There we go. And then once you have that, you can fold this. And again, if you want a taller pocket or a shorter pocket, that's how much you fold it up. I like to keep it pretty even, doesn't. Let's see, did I just fold that crooked? I did, again. I don't know why I can't. There we go, that's closer anyway. Okay, so I'm going to run my bone folder off of that. Whoops. There we go. And obviously you have to watch when you're using older papers because they will crack, some of them. So this didn't seem to be cracky, so I didn't worry about it too much. I didn't have any trouble with it before. Okay, so you want to angle in a little bit here and go to that score line here where it folds at. So you don't want to go past that too much. And then angle over, and then this side you're going to angle over. And you want to go just a little bit past the fold mark. That's going to allow it. And you could even angle up this way and angle up this way with that. So put this over here so I keep that all in check. Okay, so I wanted that 13 to show. So I will put that way, and then it'll fold up this way, and that's what makes your pocket. I don't have to worry about reinforcing this, but if you wanted to reinforce it, you could fold that over too to make it more, make the top sturdier, and you would just leave that folded and glue it down. So let's get my glue paper over here. And so I want this side to be glued on and this side to be glued on. So I'll do this one first. And you just have to do at the edge. And just want to make sure you go over it a couple times so you get good coverage. And then this side we'll do this way. And you just want to do on the edge here too. Since both of them have it on the edge, you will okay, so let's put this side down first, and then you'll fold that over. And then I always make sure I pull it apart because sometimes the glue squishes out. And there is glue on the inside. I can feel it. I went too far over. So just wipe it off. By the time we're done with this, it'll be, the glue will be dry. So I want to put some glue on the end here. So I'm going to fold that up. And that makes your little, like a little policy envelope type thing, but with no top on it. So you have a little pocket. And you get good real estate because it's not glued to each other on the side. So you can stuff that quite full of things. I should have left some tags out to show you. Maybe we'll make a tag at the end so we can put it in there. So then you just go to, get ready to decorate it. So we're going to do a couple of those like I did yesterday. Let's see, I'm going to leave that out for my template. So let's just do another one real quick here since I have it ready. So if you wanted to reinforce the top, you would do just like we're doing here at the bottom. And the only thing you would do different than what we did is you would glue this down. You would put your glue on here and then glue it over. So that gives you, a more reinforced edging. Okay, so then we'll do this one, and let's keep the 1202 up. Well, that gives us the 13 or the 3 on this one. So I have my wood stove is going, and I have a little fan that sits on top of it, a metal fan that is just propelled by the heat, so it keeps the air moving. And it makes some noise if it gets off balance a little bit when it gets going. It has to reach a higher speed to quit from banging, because I'm sure the wood stove is pretty old. Okay, so again, we need to do our cuts. So let's open that up. You'll see me do this a couple times. So into the, here's the fold line there, and you want to go inside of that. You don't have to go much inside of it, but just keep it so that it, and then angle over. That gives you this angle on the pocket. And then over again, just for those of you who are first timers or haven't made one of these before. And then that way when you fold it in, this is going to cover up whatever under there, but that way it lets this fold up very nicely. It doesn't get caught on it. Okay, so let's do that. And we want the 3 to show, so put the glue on the end here. And glue on here. Put that in, that in. I think I did a better job of that so no glue got on it. And pull it up. And then we'll put the glue on the edge here, and you only have to do it a little bit, kind of like what you see on your envelopes. They only do the very edges of them. Okay, and then you have a nice pocket in there, and it gives you some good real estate in there. So we got that one. I've got another page of that German Bible page. I like this to be the top because of the patina on it, and it's pretty sturdy. I've wrinkled these up and taken them out and straightened them out, and they do really well. So I'm not going to worry too much about the top of that. I'm going to fold this in. And do a good crease on it. Okay, and then again, you'll just, and this is going to be the wording is going to be sideways on it, but it's written in German, so you can't, I can't read it anyway, so. And then we'll fold this up, and I think I would like the top part of that to show too, so we'll make sure that happens when we, and you can check your, I mean, I don't worry about it too much. It's pretty even, pretty close. Let's see, this could probably go in just a hair more. Okay, so we'll do our cut again. So we open that up, and you always want to leave this part because that's going to be the part that folds up. So in and over. And you could do these rather quickly because once you get used to it, you and then just inside of that fold. Okay, and I want that up, so we're going to do that again. I'm just going to go right along this edge. And then I'm going to go right along this edge. I'll need that just a second here. So fold that up. And that. And my bold folder over it. Okay, and then go along this edge here. And fold that up. Let's do one more. See, that's on my map book page. think I had a single page left in here somewhere. There we go. Okay, same thing. I want to leave the craggy part here for the opening. Okay, so let's see. I was just in Prague and Vienna. Okay, so I'm going to leave this side. What does that have? Yeah, let's do that. Make sure I don't get too much of that off there. This is fun to use when you've been to some of the places. I like them to show. Okay, so it's France. Let's see, Prague. They don't have it written on here, which I'm surprised. So we were over in Dresden, and then we were in Vienna and Budapest as well, but that's over in Hungary. Okay, so we're going to do this. Vienna's going to end up on the back, but that's okay. We'll make sure it's not covered up. Get that folded up. Hopefully I wasn't off screen on too much of that. Okay, so again, inside the fold. Over. And at an angle here, just past the fold and then over. So, and I always just put it on there so I can make sure that I didn't get the, so it closes. All right, so let's put this stuff over here. Those are little fun things to have for my collage art when I do them. I have a little baggie. I'll show you that here in a minute. So this one we want to go this way, just right at the edge. This one will go this way, right at the edge. And then this one we'll do down at the bottom. These are very simple to do and fun. Okay, so here's my Prague. And we can see Austria there, but I was in Salzburg a couple years ago. Yeah. Munich. I was in Munich, so that has a lot of the stuff where I've been. So I might not even decorate the front of this at all. I might keep this for in my journal. Okay. Let me put the lid back on this for a minute. And let's do... So we have these four. We'll just decorate those. And I have a bunch of things over here to pull out for... so this was the map book. And in fact, I think... Oh, here, I've got a torn up page. What does that have? Okay, so I'll show you what I'm going to do with that here in a minute. Most of these are older books that I've gotten at estate sales that were missing pages or, you know, pretty well beat up, although that could be fixed. But I love this cover, so this will become a journal cover. This one, same thing. This was a Mark Twain book, and 1899, and it is pretty well beat up too. Now they get a new life. Okay, this was a book page, which you could do them too. You can use them this way to make smaller pockets and cut them. You know, I probably would make the pocket this way and then cut it at different lengths so I get different size pockets. And you get more of them that way. Let's see. I had some papers out to use for collage, so let me just get some of this out. I had these things here for decorations. This I pulled out for little pieces, and so I'm going to put all that stuff in here. I can use some of them on the other to decorate some of these. Like this says Yugoslavia, so I could just do that and that on there, so that could go off to the edge if I needed it. I have some labels from Tracy Fox in Chapter 1. I have some book toppers in here. Just gonna set all that stuff. These are neutral labels. This is from Deja Vu. These are all kinds of tags as well. And these are from Pixie Dust Files on Etsy. So I use these for in here. So I'm going to put this back in here so I don't get them all mixed up who they came from. But this is kind of cute. Let's use that. And then this here. Get something a little different if I could. This has got some color on it. Oh, that has a bird. Well, of course we can use that. And I don't know if I'm going to put much on that one. Oh, here's one with another bird. Here's one with roses. I could probably use that. And this little bird. Maybe I like the bird better than the chair. So let's see if there's anything else in here with some different color. Oh, that has a pretty rose, but I think I like the bird better. So let's do that. Sometimes I just go through and pick those out. I'll show you what else we can do with those too. So we have this. Maybe I'll put him over here. That way I can tear off the edge and so you see more of the music paper. Okay, so we can go like this. Oh, and then I went through and picked out labels. I think most of these we'll use color labels for. I have a bunch of these here that I haven't cut yet, so sometimes they're easier to use. Okay, let's cut that one out. And then we can cut this one out. That blue one will probably look nice on there. And let's see what else we have. Sorry, I hate it when I take a long time trying to... Oh, here, this has names of flowers or trees on there, so let's cut that one out, unless I find something real quick that I like better. Nope. Okay. Put that back in there so I don't lose that. Okay, so let's do this. Sorry, I'm saying okay a lot. And you know, you could back these with lace or whatever you have on hand that you would like to showcase, or that looks pretty. And the nice part about having these mostly cut out is you don't have to. Let's set those up there. This one I was going to use the red for. Sorry, hopefully I'm not off camera too much. I had to move my glass table, the little feet fell off of it, and I was trying to glue them on, and of course dropped one and had to go hunting for it. I think we said we were going to use the blue one. It's hard not to just pull it over to me so I can see it. Okay. This one was going to go on this one, I think. Alrighty, let's put those in the thing because I think we're pretty much done with that at this point. Okay, and like I said, I'm not even sure I really want to put, let's see, if I just use this part here on that one, I think I might be able to get away with. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, and then this can go somewhere so it doesn't cover. I guess I'd go there. All right, so let's glue some of this stuff on. I'm going to move this over to my little pieces. Can't think of what to do next here. Okay, I'm going to move all this up here. There we go. And I think we'll start with this one. And this one I might rip this off here that way, and then this can go I might like that. Oh, maybe I'll do that. And I think I'll tear that because that will go. We were going to put this one down first, so let's glue that. I am not a fast crafter at all. So I don't mind leaving the straight edges. Okay, and this is just the basic this in there. I think I already lost my label that I had for that. Okay, let's put this on there. Oh, I was going to go just past the leaves so I can keep the leaf there. There. And you can always do more to these as you go. I don't know what I did with it. There it is. Well, thank you for joining me. Hope you're all doing well. I know I didn't say that at the beginning. Okay, I think we'll put that right in there. You know, you can ink these if you want. I think I'm just going to put that on there whole. Because I can always put more stuff over it. What I'll do is get them pretty much done and then leave enough room to, when I make my journal with the papers and stuff that I need or want, then I can add to it and add, you know, the colors that are in my journal. I think I'll just overlap that. My fingers are all sticky. And of course I don't have a wet wipe over here. Okay. Let's do this side. I know I say this almost every time. The glue sticks tell you, make sure you have at least 2 swipes of the glue. Okay, that wasn't quite square, so at least with the glue stick you can and you have time to move it around. With the other glues, you get a couple seconds, but for the most part, once you put it down, that's where it stays. Prague is very magical, beautiful, lots of history. Okay, so I didn't want to cover up Munich, so we can actually put that right there. Since I think Dresden is up above Nuremberg, it's off. I think all the countries that we went to were during the wars was behind the Iron Curtain. They were Eastern Bloc states. So it was interesting to see the contrast between the block housing and the what was originally there. See, I think I'm going to come down just a little bit there. There. Like I said, nothing's set in stone. This way I can, you know, you don't like it, doesn't work with what your journal is, cover it up. You know, it doesn't take much. Cover parts of it up. You find something that's offensive, cover it up. You can also use your gesso on it, paint over it. There's lots of ways. I love to do hidden journaling. For me, that's very cathartic, getting it all out there and covering it up, whether you paint over the top of it, glue over the top of it. It's very healing. That way you can yell at somebody without having to yell at somebody. I need to pull this up just so I can see if it's reasonably straight. Okay, so now we can do some toppers. Let's see, I've got my and do I care that one side is going to be upside down? No, I don't. Okay, so let's glue this down. I was very lucky with this whale tail punch because I'll offset this one since most of the stuff is there. Make sure I get it square. So I've got that. Okay, this one, got some papers in here. I love to do collage. So I have a ton of stuff that's ripped up for my collage. Gotta keep the bigger pieces in the back. And this would probably be good for one too. It's plain, but it's not. Okay, let's just... None of these punches ever work all the time. Sometimes it's better to put another piece of heavier paper behind it. See, I want to put this one in the center, so fold it up a little bit. Kind of slide it into place. That looks good. Okay, so we got that one. Well, I will put that one in the middle so you don't have to see the name of the song. Sometimes the stick glue is, or the glue stick is sheds off strings just like the glue gun. Okay, one more. Let's pick out something different for this one. See some things that are a little bit darker down here. This looks like Rachel at Roxy Creations. Try to go fast, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna put this down on the floor so I get it out of my way now. I tend to try to get it straight to my eye rather than straight to the whatever, unless there's obvious stuff that can show. So, all right, there we have that. I will decorate one of these up for you. I'll show you the other ones that I did. So let's do this one here. I have my big bite over here, so I think I need the biggest. Just a second here. My dog needs to go out. Okay, I'm back. When the dog's got to go out, the dog's got to go out. Okay, so I just put my 2 fingers on each side of this, and then I hold it into the thing, and that helps me get it somewhat square on the, not always, but okay. Yeah, I got it pretty good. Then this can go in there. And there's a little nipple on this part here and let's change it to that one and see how that works. Yeah, I think that other one's okay. So you want to hook the nipple part up into that, and then that way you know you have it in the center part, and then whoops. Oh, you have to change this to that or it doesn't work on that part. So let me put it this way. since I don't have to worry about where it is. It hooks in. Okay. Nope, must have needed the other one, so let's do that. Okay, that's pretty flat. And if it's not flat enough for you, I take my, I get these at Harbor Freight. They're flat. And I take this on my staples. And I just press it in. That way you don't get a, make sure there's nothing sticking out. And I have some Sari silk here, so let's do that. I think in the one video I showed you that I couldn't find where my dental floss stuff was, so I found it. So this works good. If you're going to pull it through that way, you can't use it because you have to have it all the way through, but I'm going to tie this. And works for really little, like when I did, okay, now I don't know where I put my other ones at, the ones that I finished. Wow. How do you lose stuff so fast, right? I had all of them. Keep looking for them while I'm doing the thing. Maybe they're underneath. Do I have both of them? I do. Okay, that way I can hang a bulb clip off of them. I think I see them here. When I did this one here, this little piece worked real good for getting that in through. Because it's pretty thin. I'm going to hook it back up here so I remember where it is. I always kept 3 or 4 of them, so now I have 3 or 4 of them back up there. So anyway, that's what I did. I'm going to leave these plain. I have this one plain and this one without anything. So when I add them to my journal, I can put stuff in it. So this has a little tag. This just has string. This has tag and some a bed sheet that I ripped up. A friend gave me a bed sheet. It's kind of creamy color to begin with, and then I stuck it in with my rusty bits, so it had rusty water, and it took on the color. This one I just added a little label onto it, just to make some different colors in there. And this one I just added baker's twine to. But I can always add bulb clips to these with little gems, or you can put these on the sides too, so you could use it like a pull-out. In fact, I should have done a couple of those, but next time. Okay, so now I have all of these. So let's see, I'll put these together. This is what we did today. We did 4, yeah. We did the 4, so we did those. And then I did that one before, and that one. This was my sample. This was another book page one, another book page one, This was the German Bible paper, and this was music paper. So there, I have quite a few now for my journals. So it's never a bad thing, right? When you have to make more of something. All right. I will be sure to like and subscribe. I'll put a video over here you might be interested in. And go create something fun. And I will see you on the next time. Bye.